I single space after a period. Double spacing comes from the days when we had typewriters. And the spacing was kind of gross because typewriters are monospaced, right? Yeah. So that came from those days. I don't know any typographer who does a double space after a period. The same way, no typographer or nobody who knows anything about type would ever use underlining as a way of emphasizing, because you break the word shape. Underlining, again, is one of these things that harks back to the days of typewriter, because underlining was the only kind of emphasis you had. But in good typography, in books or magazines or whatever, people use italics or bold for emphasis. Never underlining. Underlining is something you do with a pen when you're reading something yourself, because it's an emphasis you can do, or something you do with a typewriter because it's the only one you've got, but never in typeset type. Shouldn't be. I used to be an editor and proofreader at a paper in Scotland called The Scotsman. Scotsman was kind of a weird thing. I used to be a writer there as well. They did this survey once of the reading age required to read various newspapers, and so they had The Sun. If you had a reading age of 6, I think you could read The Sun. The London Times, I think you needed a reading age of at least 11. The Scotsman, you needed a reading age of 13. It was kind of the most erudite paper in the country, but they were incredibly fussy about the typesetting, the way it was done. So you kind of learned that stuff. And no, the double space is kind of ugly, because a space is not a fixed thing, right? Mm-hmm. Because once the application has done has kind of taken the string of characters and then said, okay, I have to break this string here. I either have to hyphenate this word or wrap this word down to the next line. Okay, now I have to space out, right? And spacing is one of those things that floats like that. So 2 spaces is compounding the floating error of 1 space. Yep. Right? So it's not a good thing to use. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.